Welcome to my channel and welcome to Vlogmas Day 10. So today, on this lovely December wintry morning, I am going to give you a view of my new car, which is a Volvo XC40 behind me. So this is the Volvo XC40 R Design that I've gone for. I did add a few optional extras, probably about £4 worth on it, so that made it a little bit more expensive. This is the 2 litre 190 brake horsepower engine in it, so I was only able to get this in an automatic for this particular engine. I just wanted something with a bit more oomph about it. Even though it's a bit dirty, it doesn't really show the dirt up too much in this colour. Again, the colour, the blue that I went for, was an optional extra, and it cost me an extra 850 quid, but that's a little extreme, I think, for paint. But I just didn't want to go for black or white like I've done recently. So that's the outside of the car. It's fairly, quite big, but it is the smallest of the XC range, and here inside is the boot. So I have the dog cover there, but you'll see the boot is quite big. Easily fit pushchair, pram in there that you want to, if you want to as well. And then you've got this bit here at the back so that you can slide that down. That's also the armrest, but you can slide it down, so if you've got skis or anything else that you want to put through there, then you can do as well. So this is the back of the car, the interior. You'll have to excuse the dog cover because I've had my dog in here, one of the reasons for getting a bigger car. But I have gone for what came as the standard on the XC40, so I've got suede seats with the leather outsides on it. You also get the air vents in the back that if you want to change those around for your passengers. It's quite roomy in the back. The only thing that may be a little bit of an issue for you or your back seat passengers would be the rear quarter light windows obviously are partly blacked out, so that can be a bit of an issue. The seats fold flat in the front. We have plenty of room, and obviously you'll get on the R Design, you'll get the sporty pedals for it as well. With this being an automatic, you do have this gear lever, which some people have complained about because you have to knock it forward to go into reverse and then knock it 2 back to go into drive, so it's a little bit fiddly, but once you get used to it, it's fine. So I've got the engine running so that you can see the dashboard style that I've got on here. At the moment it's telling me obviously I've not got my seat belt on. One of the safety features on this is that it won't actually let you drive off unless you've got your seat belt plugged in. And the dashboard here is customizable. I've decided to go for the red option, but there are a number of different options that you can go for. And how you do that is by using the settings system on your central console. Now you can obviously see where I've been pressing the buttons that it does get a little bit dirty with your fingerprints, and that is you can see that when there's light shining on it, but they do give you a cloth so that you can wipe that over with as well. You can set your own individual settings on here, so if you go to the settings menu and go to your profile, you can set whichever profile up that you want to and save your changes. For doing that, you can set up another profile. So you can set up a number of profiles, and that will take into consideration your seat position, all the different options that you have on your dashboard, how you want it to heat, so what heat temperature you want to have it set at, how strong you want the fan to blow. I've got heated seats, and I paid extra as well to have the heated steering wheel, so that's fairly easy. So if I want to heat the steering wheel, which I will in this case because it's cold, I've just set that to 2, and then you can close that down again. In order to change the temperature, you can just move it up or down as you see fit. So I'll keep mine on 24 because it's still quite cold today. Your passenger can set their own if they want that differently to you. They've also got heated seats. There is an option to have heated seats in the back, but because there's only me, myself and my husband, we don't really need the heated seats in the back. In terms of the sat nav, it's fairly easy to go through. You can just set your destination And then you can either filter go through cities, streets, lights. You can change it. I just tend to go to the address one and pop in the postcode here of what I want to go to. So that's fairly easy, it's quite straightforward to understand. If you ever then want to go back to the main menu, all you need to do is press this button here, and that's the only button that you have on it. So then onto the music system. I've actually paid for the upgraded speaker system in this one, so the Harman and Kardon, and it's supposed to give you a better sound experience. I'm not great at when it comes to setting up the sound system, so I still really need to have a go at that, because I found it's really good for the radio, but when I am streaming from my phone, I don't tend to get that good a sound experience from it. So it may be that I've not got the settings correct for it, but you can go through and optimize all your settings on here, and they have custom settings anyway, or neutral, clear and warm, depending on how you want that tone. But you can go for the surround sound, whether you just want it in the back or in the front. Again, seat optimization depending on where you're sitting in the car. So there's a number of different options that you have that for your speakers and how you want that set up. What else have we got on here? So the steering wheel, obviously because it's the R Design, I've got the more sporty steering wheel with horns in the middle. I have cruise control. It's adaptive cruise control, so that you can set here how far from the car in front that you want to be. I have the flappy paddles as well that I've got on here. What else? I've got pilot assist as well on here, and the blind spot information system. So if I have a car coming up on either side of me, you'll see that you've got this little bit here. This lights up orange when I've got a car coming to the side of me. The one thing that I would say is, if you are going to go for the XC40, I really would recommend getting this blind spot information system, just because when you've got the pillars here that are in the back, between the back and the front, I know you can't really see that properly, but that's quite wide, so it does mean that your blind spot is bigger, and because you've got those the rear quarter lights are half filled in, it really does make your blind spot a blind spot. So I would really recommend getting that installed on the car when you order it, if that's what you're going to do. And then you've just got your normal standard bits down here for your windows and your mirrors and locking and unlocking the car as well. You can manually change the sound on here. You've got a heated front windscreen, which is great in the winter, heated back windscreen, and again you can skip your tracks on here. And what they also have, if I just go back to here, you've got drive mode as well. So I try to go for the eco mode, then that will change here onto my dashboard. Apologies for the light shining on it, but you'll see here now that we've got eco drive, and then it's got green here, and it will go back to grey here. So you'll find if you're in first or second, you won't really hit those green bars, but once it actually gets going, you're in third, fourth gear, it will tell you where you need to be in order to be or drive more efficiently. Automatic lights, as I think is standard now for all cars that are made, I think it was from 2016 onwards. You've got your time on the dashboard, you've also got your time up on here as well. So it comes fairly kitted out if you're going for the R Design anyway, but like I said, I did add a few extras. One of them that I've gone for here is the charging mat. Now I have found with my iPhone, if I've got my case on it, it doesn't charge. So that may be something that you need to think about, whether you're going to go for that option or not, whether you always have your phone case on your phone, whereas invariably I do. I think that option was £180. Also, one of the things that I've gone for, which I found was really good, and I'll just pop the car into reverse to show you that, is I went for the 360-degree cameras. And at first I thought, oh, why do I need 360-degree cameras? But when you're coming for parking, especially if you've gone from a smaller car to a larger car like I have, it's proved really useful. So you can see how far behind, how far to the side, how far to the front you are, and it will bleep obviously if you get too close to something. So again, I'm glad that I went for that option. I think it was I can't remember, I think it's £320 extra, I think, to have that option. So that's why I went for that option. Like I say, once I saw it, I was sold. I wanted it. So I am really impressed with what I get in here. You don't get a great deal of space for passenger for your storage in here, in that part anyway, in the glove box, but you do get, you have to press the button in, so you get a fair amount of space in there, and then you also get a little bin that you can empty out. As you can see, I've used that already, so you can just pop that out and empty it. So that's again quite handy. They've really thought about the features on it. The seats are so comfortable, probably the most comfortable seats that I've had in a car. So overall, I can thoroughly recommend the car. But what I would say is it did take a long time to order. So I ordered this in March, when a few days after the launch of it. I think it was the 12th of March that I ordered it, and then it came back. I actually picked it up on the 30th of October, so 7.5 months. But the Volvo garage that I went to were really good. I told them I couldn't wait that long, and they were able to rent me a Volvo V40, so it helped me to get used to all the controls on the car for Volvos anyway. So overall, great car, absolutely love it to bits. It's a bit thirsty on the fuel to begin with, so I'm hoping that gets better. I am getting on average probably about 38 miles to the gallon at the moment, so I'm hoping that will improve. So in summary, a brilliant car. Just watch out for the lead time that it takes you to order it, and then also the fuel consumption. If you're going for a diesel or probably even a petrol as well, you just need to bear in mind that it's probably going to take a few weeks for the engine to run in before you're actually getting proper miles per gallon. One of the things that I didn't mention is that you also get free access to Volvo On Call. So if you're driving about and you don't know where you are, you want to go find a local restaurant, you can press the On Call button, which is just above the rear view mirror, and it'll connect to Volvo. You say to them, oh, I'm looking for an Italian restaurant, say nearby. They'll give you a list of options, and then you can ask them just to send the information through to your sat nav, and that'll pop that in for you directly. I've got that free for 3 years, but I understand it's £32 a month after that. Don't think I'll be keeping that bit because I haven't even used it yet. So and another thing, sorry, that I forgot to tell you is that you can get the app for the car as well, so that you can communicate with your car from inside your house. So you can ask it to set the temperature of the car and defrost the windscreen on a frosty day if you need to. So like I say, I absolutely loved this car, and I would highly recommend getting it if you've got a small family that you want, and you want to have a little bit more room or something nice. But the price, this one cost me, I think, just over, I think, £38,500. So yes, it's pricey and it's a very considered buy, but you do get a lot for your money. I did have a look at other cars when I was doing it. So I had a look at the Q3 and the Q5, and also there was the Lexus version, I think, I can't remember, the RH200 or something I was looking at the same time. So but I went for this one because Volvo have got a good name and reputation, and their cars are getting a little bit more sexy. So definitely well worth it. Go to your local garage, take one for a test drive, and yeah, hopefully you'll like it. So that ends my vlog for Vlogmas Day 10. I hope you have liked this, so please hit the like button if you have, and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel too, to watch all of my other vlogs. Bye.